Hi guys, welcome to another EUIV video. In today's video I'm gonna show you one exploit. It's kind of a new exploit, but at the same time not really. Let me show you what I mean. I did this exploit in my Sultanate of Ausa video, where I united the East Africa and did all the decisions. Go check it out. So yeah, if you watched it you probably know what I'm talking about, but this will be a more detailed guide to that exploit. I'm gonna play as the least populated starting nation in EUIV, and that's Tanutuva. You're probably aware that many countries in EUIV have pretty low population and you always have manpower issues. Tanutuva is no exception, and in fact it's the least populated country, so it has the least manpower. Today I'm going to show you how you can have manpower even as Tanutuva. We basically need planes. Two very important factors are service manpower as well as production cost. Let's say we researched all of these techs. The cheapest small plane has 22 production cost and 20 service manpower. The medium one costs 39 production and has 40 service manpower, while the large one costs 87 production and has 80 service manpower. So the medium one would be the most efficient one. However, let's not forget that as every single country, you start with transport planes researched, which means you don't have to research planes at all, and this bad boy costs only 20 production and has 80 service manpower. So you get the same manpower as the large plane, which costs slightly less than the small plane, which means that transport planes are definitely the best for this. However, they do require a little bit more aluminum, but I don't think this is really that important. Anyway, our goal is to have as much air manpower deployed as possible, so we can do that by spamming transport planes. So I'm gonna stop production of guns and just produce these. So you can see, even as weak country as Tanutuva, you can get definitely more than one of these planes every single month. And here comes our first plane. However, for this exploit we need at least two same planes, or well, the planes of the same type. And here we are, the end of the February, and we just got the second plane, which means the exploit can begin. First things first, you need to deploy these two planes. And for that you need an airport and 160 manpower. I have neither of those, so I'm gonna delete my division so I can have enough manpower. As for the airport, I can use the airports of my allies, Soviet Union and Mongolia. Let's do Mongolia because why not? So let's deploy our two planes. Now you have to wait for about 50 hours so that they deploy, and here we are. So all we need is two planes of the same type, 160 manpower at the start, which is nothing, even Western Sahara can have that much, and also an airport or an ally who has an airport. So now this is all you gotta do. You gotta hit the letter D and then the letter G. Nothing happened because I had some manpower, but if you have 0 manpower, like now, D, G, and now you got 80 manpower. The formula, which calculates how much manpower you can get every time you hit DG, it's actually the number of these planes divided by 2 multiplied by the service manpower. So in this case we got 2 planes divided by 1 multiplied by 80, that's 80 manpower, as you can see up here. Keep in mind, if you have odd number of planes, it basically works as if you had 1 plane less. So even if I have 3 planes now, it's gonna work the same. But when I get the 4th plane, it's gonna be 2 times more effective. As you can see, I've got 3 planes, D and G, and now we got once again 80 manpower. So let's say I had 100 of these planes. I'd be able to get 4000 manpower each time I do this. Which means if I would do it 20 or 22 times, I'd basically have more manpower than population as Tanutuva. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. Either if you care about in-game time or no. First things first, you gotta make sure that you have negative manpower by just spamming some divisions. As you can see, I just put 51 divisions into training. I'm never gonna train them, but they make sure that we don't have enough manpower. We need another 99,000 manpower. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. Either by unpausing the game, hitting D and then G, and every time you get manpower and every time the day ticks, so midnight tick, the manpower gets spread here, and that manpower gets used. Now I would recommend you doing this only if you don't feel like spending too much effort, or if you simply aren't short on time. If you've got a huge window of time in game, if you have to wait until 1941 or something, feel free to do this. Also keep in mind, the later you do this, the more effective it is, so if I wait to have 20 planes, it's gonna be way more effective than having 4 now. Anyway, the second way you can do this, now we gotta make sure that the game is paused, select your planes, hit the letter D, then the G, you get the manpower once again, and now you just click add unit. This is gonna reset the manpower. So you basically keep doing this over and over again. Let's say I got some 20,000 manpower doing this. So when I'm filled up, when I can't deploy any more divisions or actually add units, all I gotta do is cancel every single one of them. Then once again, put into training as many as I need to have 0 manpower. And then once again do this over and over again. So yeah, that's how you pretty much do it. And here's one tip from me. If you want to do it the second way, the way more effective way, where you don't waste any time while getting tons of manpower, especially if you got lots of these planes. Also, yeah, keep in mind you can steal planes from the Land Lease, from Germany, Soviet Union, or whoever. That can also work, but if you want to produce the planes, I'd say the transporter planes are the most effective ones. So yeah, the bonus tip for me, if you do this the second way, is this. Make sure to align your mouse cursor so that actually the airport button and odd unit button are in the same position. I'm gonna try to do that now. I believe I did it. So simply hit the letter U to access this training menu. Put some divisions into training so you have 0 manpower once again. So all we're gonna do to automate this is to click on the airport button, then hit the letter D, then hit the letter G, you get the manpower, hit the letter U, which gets you onto this menu, and then click add unit. After that, either hit the letter U again or escape button, and then click DGU, click DGU, and now all we're gonna do is do this over and over again, just to get more and more manpower. I'm pretty sure you can do this at least 10 times every single minute, which is not that bad. In case you had 100 transport planes, that would mean 40,000 manpower every single minute. So yeah, do that for 10 minutes and you got almost 500,000 manpower as weak country as Tanutula. This was in the game before the Bible the Lone Epic Boogaloo, but it worked differently and it was honestly more effective. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, share and subscribe. Consider joining my Discord server and see you in the next video. Bye. By the way, just look at this guy.